Now at 7 o'clock on WKYT this morning, we have the latest developments from overnight into the terrorist attacks in Paris, France. We'll have a live special report from CBS News.
And about a dozen Kentucky students were in France at the time of those attacks. We'll have the latest on how they're doing, plus reactions to the attacks here in the United States.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Our top story this morning, news that has shocked the world. More than 100 people are dead after 7 coordinated attacks in Paris Friday night.
And for the first time since the Second World War, the city of Paris was under a curfew last night. Now military and security forces across Europe are on high alert. The French president called this an act of war. He vowed to respond, and Islamic State has claimed responsibility. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti is live in London.
Paris police say they believe there were 8 attackers. All of them are dead. 7 of them were suicide bombers. President Hollande is blaming ISIS. There is now an active manhunt for other people who may have been involved in the planning and execution.
A photographer taking cover captured the chaos as explosions and gunfire rocked the Bataclan Theater. Paris police say inside the entertainment hall, at least 2 terrorists fired assault rifles, launched grenades, and took about 100 hostages during a packed concert. An American living nearby said it looked like a scene from a horror movie.
I just never seen anything like that, especially in Paris, and it was terrifying.
By the time police stormed the theater, terrorists had killed dozens of hostages. And it wasn't over. 2 suicide bombers struck outside a sports stadium north of Paris, where a soccer match was underway. Fans crowded the field as security teams evacuated the French president, who was at the game. This fan says his cell phone stopped shrapnel from hitting him. It's the phone that took the shot. It's what saved me, he said. Not everyone was as lucky. At least 120 people died in at least 6 separate terror attacks Friday night. Officials say at least 8 attackers were behind what is thought to be a series of well-coordinated assaults on the French capital. Police believe all of the terrorists were killed.
ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attacks, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that authorities found a Syrian passport next to the body of one of the attackers. In London, I'm Jonathan Vigliotti. Back to you.
Jonathan, thank you. People across the United States with loved ones in France were, of course, on edge last night, not knowing if they were okay.
Yeah, around a dozen Kentuckians are in France this morning. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk this morning with reaction from here in the United States. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Michelle. The pain from these terrorist attacks is certainly being felt across the country and here in central Kentucky this morning. A number of Asbury University students are studying abroad in Paris, and they were there when these attacks happened. The university released a statement saying, fortunately, all their students are safe. They say they were in their dorms several miles away from where the terrorists targeted Paris. Now, it has been years since our country has suffered from a terrorist attack. However, we know all too well the pain and even the fear that these attacks bring. Cities like San Francisco, Seattle, and New York are lighting their buildings and bridges this morning to show their support for Paris during this difficult time. In New York, the NYPD's counterterrorism unit is standing guard over the French embassy, New York landmarks, and other diplomatic posts this morning. The chair of the Homeland Security Committee says they aren't taking any chances because the U.S., especially New York, is always a target.
Our agencies are all operating assuming that there is going to be an attack. Now, there's no evidence that there's going to be, but you act on the assumption that there is.
For any attacks here, the city is also showing their support for Paris. While the Empire State Building went dark, you can see the spire of the One World Trade Center lit in red, white, and blue. New York's governor says that spire will stay lit with those colors of the French flag for the next several days. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. Just an awful story all around.
Definitely. I mean, this is just scary. Just to see the video, you can't even believe it's real.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to kind of give you a little bit of context. This is, of course, the second attack in Paris this year. Back in January, terrorists attacked satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo and the grocery store. 20 people in that attack, including the attackers, were killed then.
Yeah, and then there was that Russian airliner that crashed in Egypt. Islamic State claimed responsibility for that one, too. Investigators are still looking into exactly what happened.
And so we still have a lot of information that's coming into our newsroom, coming in here to the anchor desk. Even as we sit here, we're still getting updates online from the Associated Press. But to recap what we know, at least 120 people are dead. Islamic State has claimed responsibility. French President Francois Hollande called this an act of war and said that France would strike back. The entire continent of Europe and probably the entire world is on high alert right now. Not long ago, CBS News reported that a terminal at Gatwick Airport in London was shut down while they investigated some kind of a suspicious item. There's been no more word of that, but we have heard there were evacuations. This story will be unfolding all day, and we, of course, will have the latest here and at WKYT.com. We want to check in with local weather right now. Mike Linden is in the First Alert Weather Center standing by.
Sean, it is cold outside as we get our weekend started with temperatures in southern and southeastern Kentucky as cold as they've been almost all season long. Right now, the mid to high 20s in most southern Kentucky spots and quite a few central Kentucky spots as well, including Lexington, are sub-freezing this morning, 31 degrees in Lexington. And how about London, Danville, Somerset, and even Monticello? They're at 25 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky this morning on the Defender radar network, nor do we anticipate very much cloud cover moving forward the rest of the weekend. But when I come back, I'll take you through the next week, which includes a big storm system set to not only bring heavy rains and gusty winds, but yet another drop in temperatures. That's coming up in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mike. We're tracking a police investigation into a woman's death this morning after her body was found in a Whitley County apartment. Police found the body yesterday afternoon in Williamsburg. Police haven't released her identity, but they say she's 29 years old. Investigators say when she was found, she had been dead for several days. And while they do believe foul play was involved, officers aren't definitely calling the woman's death a homicide.
You know, it's not something that we see that often here. You know, it's been a number of years since we've had an actual homicide here. And of course, I'm not calling this a homicide yet because we don't know. But it's very unusual for a small town like this.
Police hope to learn more once her autopsy is performed. That's scheduled for today. Chief Byrd tells us the last time anyone had reported seeing the woman alive was October 26th. A 21-year-old woman crossing the street in Danville was hit by a car yesterday. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office is trying to figure out what happened. This happened yesterday afternoon in Danville on West Main Street near St. Mildred's Court. Deputies say a 21-year-old woman from Louisville was trying to cross the street when she was clipped by a car. It didn't say how badly she was hurt, but she had to be airlifted to UK Hospital. There's no word on how she's doing this morning.
Time now is 7:07 on your Saturday morning. A crash 2 months ago nearly killed a Bath County teenager, but now, according to his family, he's doing a lot better. Last night, 16-year-old Aaron Williams returned to Bath County High School for a special honor from his classmates. It's his first time back there since the accident. Family members said while he's made a lot of progress, Aaron's journey is still far from over.
He is alive, he is recovering, and now I expect the Lord to fully bring him back 100%. So if you've never believed in God in the past, you can believe now because my boy was literally dead.
Aaron had to go back to Cardinal Hill Rehabilitation Center after that ceremony, but his parents expect him to come home on Wednesday. After such a horrible crash, to see him progressing like that is great to see.
Right, to see that video of him waving is just remarkable.
Yeah. It is 7:08 now on your Saturday morning. Coming up after the break, a major space station perched on top of a San Francisco man's home is staying. We'll hear from the man who built it coming up.
And despite the chilly start to our weekend, things will get better heading into the afternoon. Coming up, I'll show you how things will improve temperature-wise and condition-wise coming up.